Hey, what's up, family? It's your girl, Melissa D.
And I'm Monique Baisden.
And we are Unscripted. Listen, so we came to y'all live about an hour ago from the car, right?
Right.
And this is about as unscripted as it gets. We are not on set, even though you got the bright lights and stuff. We're in my living room. So we figured we would take the car conversation to the living room. And it was like, let's just record because the conversation was so good. We couldn't keep it to ourselves, right?
Absolutely.
And look, a little bit about me and Monique. If, you know, some of you are Monique's audience and you know about her and her podcast. Some of you are in my audience and you know about my radio show. We're so used to being scripted.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And but we're way more fun and relatable when we go off the grid and we're unscripted.
Right.
So Monique, tell them like what, cause you started this. You started this mess when we were in the car. So tell them how this happened.
So Melissa and I have spent all day together.
Yeah.
We initially got together because we're part of a group called Purpose Driven Dream Chasers.
Yep. And
we're both admins in that group, and it's a group that I founded last year. And so we're about to start doing networking events and mixers for the group and for Melissa's audience and all of that. So we got together today to go event scouting, event venue scouting,
yeah.
Okay? And so just event venue scouting turned into a car conversation.
And turned to a coaching session.
It turned into a coaching session and
activation,
all of that. And I was telling Melissa that being in her presence today, I said, being in your presence, let me just really see her in a different light, because I've seen Melissa online. I've seen her do her you know, keynote speaking and her training videos and all that. I've seen that side of her, but I want to see this side. I want to see the unscripted side. I want to see her just like
for real in my home.
Yeah.
We literally have spent the whole day together. She didn't realize, like, man, you don't stop. Like, your mind does not stop.
Constantly
and
going.
Like, I wanted just a real situation. You know how long I've been wanting to just do an unscripted show. I don't get to speak looking like this. Like, I'm literally in my t-shirt, my distressed ripped jeans, my real sofa, my real home. I threw some lipstick on just so y'all wouldn't think I was too crazy looking. And literally, I've been waiting for this moment to just record real conversations. And let me be honest, y'all seen me on the radio, and I got my whole props, my little activation mug, trying to look like Today's Show and all of that. Ain't nothing in this mug. Look, boo-boo.
She got the Taco Bell cup. Okay, now that's real.
What I really wanted was not this prop. Leo, I'm kicking it. I done had Taco Bell because I'm too tired to cook. And what? Girl, come on, let's talk, let's work.
Yeah.
With this Taco Bell cup and a computer and a mic, and I'm unscripted because this is a prop. What y'all really see behind the scenes a lot of the times, you see props.
Yeah.
You see flashing lights. Now I should turn the camera around because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. We got to be real with the people. Right. We a little bit scripted.
We just a little bit.
Just a little bit because we pulled out the lights and the camera. Mm-hmm. So you know. But it's for real.
Right. The conversation is unscripted. You know, the setup is you know.
The setup is just the
setup is professional, but the conversation is unscripted.
We couldn't help it.
Yeah.
We're professionals.
Exactly.
So check this out. So maybe we just give the people a rundown of the day.
Right. Let's do it.
Talk about it, because you and then look, I said we were gonna do unscripted. She walks in my house like, she said, I got a topic. I said, you missed the point. The point is to be unscripted. Don't come at me with no topics.
It's unscripted,
no
but
questions.
we got a topic. You know, look, we got a topic. We don't want to come up with a topic.
I just really feel we live in a scripted society. We gotta have certain hashtags. We gotta have like all these rules on Instagram. Like, how about I just wanted to show y'all this like really bomb hamburger I ate today? Like, what? I mean, when did we stop just being raw and real?
Exactly. And that's part of the conversation that we had today in the car, because I was telling Melissa, I've seen her polished, I've seen her professional, and I've seen her, you know, articulate while she's speaking and doing her keynote addresses and all of that. But, you know, I told her when I first started doing inspirational videos, I had my little script and I had, you know, my little thing. And hi, how are you doing?
Show people how you did it.
So I had my script, okay? I was at my desk and I had my script, and I said, now today, what we're going to do is God put this word on my spirit, and we're going to do.
Amen.
And it was real proper, but it wasn't Monique. Like it was. I don't know.
I feel like I need to cross my legs at my ankle and sit up straight and listen to that.
Right. And I was telling Melissa, she was like, but was like, it's not. The videos that have really touched the most people, or touched, many people, and they've been most engaged, have been the videos where I was vulnerable and when I was transparent and I wasn't trying to be all proper or all made up and all polished. That's what people connect with, and that's what we need more of. We need that transparency. And so that's what Melissa and I were just talking. We need these unscripted conversations about life, about ministry, business, purpose, being a creative, like keeping it real,
all the way
real. So it's gonna start out in the living room, but if you all want us to do this live, let us know.
And we might pop up in your living room.
We might pop up in your living room or in your city, okay? Because we're based in Atlanta, but
we'll travel for food.
We'll travel for food, and yes, amen. Bless God.
So, all right, let me tell you what basically happened in the last 24 hours. Like, Monique and I met about a year ago, and like literally she knew in her spirit and I knew in mine, like, we're supposed to work together, but we never knew what that looked like until one of us finally picked up the phone. And some of you right now have some people you need to work with them. And Absolutely. Let's be honest, Monique, sometimes people get caught up in titles and hype and followers, and you miss your everyday people who could be your for real business partner and your for real alignment partner, and you're stepping over those folks trying to get to the tens of thousands of followers and all of that, and collectively do something really great.
Right.
And I just knew, like, we knew literally over the last, it's been a week? 2 weeks?
Week or two, 2 weeks.
Like, the last 2 weeks, our conversations are so high level. Like, it's not too many people you can lock arms with and be like, how do we change lives and make a living at the same time?
Yes.
Like, literally, she saw ways and gaps in my businesses for me to get paid. I saw gaps in her business on how to get paid, and we started activating each other.
Right.
So we had a conversation in the car about how do we do this, and it sparked into like 10 or 11 different streams of business for us. So where do we start? Oh, tell them who is Unscripted Melissa, and I'll tell them who is Unscripted Monique.
Oh my goodness, who is Unscripted Melissa?
I'm for real silly. People don't know that about me.
Melissa Unscripted is,
tell them the truth, because I think she had some moments where she just wanted to set me down.
Let me
and
tell
put
y'all
me in
about
time
Melissa.
out. I'm hyper. I'm really kind of a hyper.
Melissa is a little hyper. Melissa is very to the point and direct, and she's very intentional about her time, her energy, and her efforts. If I was going too slow for Melissa today, she was like, what are we doing? Why are we moving to the next location? Where is the next location?
I got questions. I got to know.
I was like, Melissa, calm down. But do you know, this is what I love about us connecting. I told her today, I said, this is why God put you in my life, because she's put in my life to kind of push me a little bit and to stretch me and just push me in different areas where I haven't been pushed. I'm put in her life to calm her down. Because she's used to that go-getter. She's used to that sales and that marketing mentality where she had to be that fast pace,
It's the truth.
That's not your girl.
Yeah. And Monique she's fluid. Like, she allows things to kind of organically happen throughout the day.
Yes.
And I thought I was meeting up with this chick to go look at like one building. Look, if you're part of the Dream Chasers group and you're watching this video, we was gonna look at one building,
One.
And it turned into 5. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Melissa was like, when are we eating? When are we eating? She was like, it's the next stop Chick-fil-A?
I got hangry. We didn't have a plan. I'm like, I can't cope right now.
Hilarious.
But she taught me how sometimes your answer will come if you just allow the whole process to unfold. And I had to like really chill out. Besides the fact, like, Monique had me kidnapped, and I ain't even in my car. So what was I gonna do? Uber back to my car? I told her, I said, you got me hemmed up, and I ain't got no choice but to rock with you today.
I mean,
so Unscripted Monique is truly a high level visionary. Like, for real. Like, you may see something, like, you could see an empty room and she'll see a banquet hall with a lavish party. You may see an event a nice little kickback with 20 people, and she'll see a grand affair with caterers with 50 people, and I'm like, I just wanted to have some people and kick it and play games. But you need somebody like that to make you think bigger. Look, and we have a special guest. You can't see Gigi is
the cat.
This is unscripted.
Unscripted.
Many of y'all didn't know I had a cat. Like, she rocks with me.
She's gorgeous too, and she has a sweet spirit. Gigi the cat.
Hey Gigi. Y'all will meet her one day. I don't want to touch her because she might spaz out on y'all right now. So we're just gonna leave her alone. But Monique she's hungry. And she's hungrier. It's crazy. Like, she has more ideas for her community of people than she does for her own self. And it made me want to help her help other people. So she has a heart for this. And she literally is a creative genius, yo. Like,
how? Melissa,
she is. Like,
we're not playing this. I promise y'all, I didn't tell her to say this.
No,
I'm sitting over here
but she needs to hear it. And
thank you, girl.
In Unscripted, you're gonna get some real moments. And I want to recap the day, but I don't even know how. It was so much. Let's tell them about. She said I was short and to the point. What did you tell me about me by nature being short and to the point? She's like, Melissa, that's a workshop. She turned everything out of my mouth into a workshop. But how is that a workshop?
Listen,
being short and to the point.
Let me tell y'all let me finish telling Melissa about herself, the unscripted Melissa. Melissa with the sales and the marketing background, she has the capabilities of she has the capabilities of just the art of concise communication. A lot of us who are creatives and entrepreneurs, you all know we have ADHD. Our minds are all over the place, and sometimes you need that person to rein you in. You need that person to bring you back. My core team, they have to pull me back. When she was talking about me being a visionary, I'm already on 2019.
Sometimes we got to bring her to the ground. It's like, yo,
the core team, they're like, Monique, we're playing in December 2018. But no, Melissa she's that type of person who has the art of, in terms of networking, in terms of pitching, she knows how to concisely communicate to the person who she's trying to reach. And that is a skill. And that's something that I feel like it needs to be taught, because everybody doesn't know. I'm wordy. I'm wordy in writing. I'm wordy in talking. But Melissa's like, when we're calling event spaces, she's like, my name is Melissa White. I'm calling with Writing Our Wrongs. We want this on December the 15th for 60 people. And I need you to call me back at this number and give me the amount. I would have been like, hey, this is Monique. I'm a purpose-driven dream chaser.
I want linen and tables.
And so we were thinking about bringing a caterer, and all of this would have been on the voicemail. Melissa was like, Monique, get to the point. What did you say about the nickel and the dollar?
Oh, yo, this is the best thing.
This is a nugget about this. This is a nugget.
So, like, one of my old bosses, like a VP of the company I used to work for, she would say, I can't afford $1, so give me the nickel version. And the truth is, most leaders, influencers, high-level people, they ain't got time for all that. You got, like, not even a minute. You got maybe 30 seconds to win their attention. They want to hear, in that short amount of time, what's in it for me? What do you need me to do?
Yeah.
Why should I listen to the rest of what you have to say? If you can't sum it up in a nickel version, then you've lost them. And that goes for funders, investors, your boss, your spouse sometimes. Like, if you can't, especially men and women, that's a whole nother conversation. And that's for real. Like, most of my career, I worked for male bosses. So now you add a double conundrum that you have a boss and a man.
Right.
And they're busy. So I had to know, like, how to be heard in a room. Quick, to the point. So yeah, that's my unscripted tip for today.
Yeah, that's our unscripted tip. But another thing that we were going to talk about, we were talking about following God's nudges.
Oh,
because this is how, like, really, I've been telling Melissa this and our core team that in this season, well, a couple of things. These are my tips for the people. First of all, I told my team in this season, we're not forcing anything. We're not chasing anything. I wrote a post today. I said the kingdom people who are sent to you in terms of strategic partnerships, in terms of divine connections for your businesses or your ministries or whatever you have going on, you don't have to force those kingdom connections. So many times the world teaches you to chase and to hustle and to grind and all of that. But
the answer is right in front of you the entire time.
The answer is right in front of you. Or
you didn't want to say it.
Or it may be a person who God is going to connect you with in his timing, but you got to let him send it his way, in his timing. And so that's one of the things I would say to creators and entrepreneurs. Don't force anything. You know, what is for you is meant for you, totally, and it can't miss you. You haven't missed the moment. You haven't missed your chance. It will be sent to you in the timing that God wants it to be sent to you.
Let's tell them the truth about the situation. This is how it happened, right?
Oh, okay. She unscripted.
I told you to the point. I'm so...
Not to cut her off. Concise Melissa.
To the point of what happened. I told you we went out looking for an event space to bring y'all together. We wanted to bring our communities, make our communities collide. And we said, okay, so one space we looked at, price is too high. So we said, okay, we want this to be reasonable and fun. Started at one turned into two turned into 3 more, which was a total of 5 spaces. Bruh, I was like, I was hungry. I'm still a little jet lagged and sleepy, and I'm trying to be a good team player. You know what I'm saying? And literally, we knew what we wanted and what we didn't want. In my mind, I'm like, we could just do a process of elimination on paper, but this shows the difference between us as sister creatives, as sisters in ministry, all these other things. She's visual. She's like, I gotta go see it though. I can't decide unless I see it. I'm like, what's the point of seeing it if they don't fit the criteria? And some of us are like that. We just gotta go look.
Got to.
And we know God said no. We know it don't work. But I just need to test it out though. I just need to go on one date with them though.
Ooh, come on now.
I just need to have a conversation with them though. Well, let me just go on an interview anyway, even though I know this might not be the job.
This ain't it.
So after 5 locations, we literally get in the car. And there were signs along the way all day, if I had been paying attention, that she really wanted me to just call in and say, let's poll the event. Like, we were trying to force it. And I found, literally, I had anxiety. I was like, literally, you know what, guy, you feel so much pressure. Woo! And I think we were both feeling it. And I said, you know what? Bump it. Let's just have a nice, cool kickback, invite some people to have dinner, chat, and we see what comes out of that. And she was like, woo! Like, literally, it just
weight was lifted.
But tell me why it took all day to come to that conclusion. Why, Monique?
Okay, so Melissa, you see how she's pushing me now, right? So Melissa is, she was like, Monique, you should have made the executive decision, because I was feeling this a couple of days ago, but she
want me to say it.
But here's the thing, let's be real. You all know, as creators and entrepreneurs, sometimes we have our own high expectations that we put on ourselves, and it's really not godly expectations. It's us putting that on ourselves. And then once you get started, you say, okay, I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to fall. I don't want to, this fear of failure. And then it's like, what if I retract and I go back and then I'm looking crazy? So all of these things were going in my mind, because I'm like, okay, been planning these events for a while. Literally, been
like, you put it out there. Once you bring
put it out
people
there
to the table, you feel like, oh, I got this pressure now.
But it's just like we were forcing it, and it's like it's going to happen, but it was the wrong timing, And then once Melissa and I both said, well, maybe we need to just postpone it.
Once Melissa had said postpone it, she was like, oh, girl,
weight has been lifted.
I'm like,
lifted.
Friend, you could have called this a week ago. Like, and nobody would have been mad at you. So sometimes you have to release the people in your life and be like, it's okay.
It's okay. It's
okay. Like, let's say no, it's okay. And they will feel so relieved.
And then here's another tip in this situation that I see. A lot of times as creators and entrepreneurs, especially those of us who are visionaries, we want to do the big stuff first, right?
I just wanted to have a game night. And now
Melissa wanted the ugly Christmas sweater.
I wanted to wear some ugly Christmas sweaters and play some
game night. She wanted a little DJ with the little good food. And then me, when we partnered and when we came together, and I reached out to her and I was like, girl, I want you to host this event.
Let me fix my mohawk.
And she was like, you know what, we had already been planning this event and it's going to be a fundraiser. I was like, cool.
I wanted ugly sweaters.
And I was like, I want decor and I want Winter Wonderland and I want a DJ and I want speed networking and I want... It got too big. It was bigger than what God had intended for us to do, and we came to that conclusion.
Free 99 turned into $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and I was like, "Help, Jesus,
help us, Lord,
send the manna from heaven,
help us,
and provision." Like I don't know.
Because listen, we were gonna do the event in Essence. Now I don't want y'all to think.
Yeah, we didn't want y'all to come, but some of you, like, we're as creatives, we'll make something out of nothing. Like, just show up.
It wasn't gonna be janky. It was gonna be done in excellence, and it was gonna be done in decency, in order. But here's the thing: if it would have looked ratchet in any form,
y'all would have talked about us.
Y'all would have talked about us, and if it would have looked thrown together, if it would have come across thrown together, you all would have talked about us, and you would have come to future events. So we're still gonna do the event. It's gonna be in January. It's gonna be in January. It's gonna be excellent. It's gonna be great.
You know, as ministers, let's give them our main point.
You see Concise Melissa coming out.
So,
look at her.
So, but seriously, the main point of this being, sometimes God is waiting on you to make an executive decision.
That's good. A lot
He's
of times,
giving you authority to make an executive decision.
Yeah.
Some of y'all sitting right here like, well, I'm praying and I'm waiting on God. And he did literally, people looking at you like, just call it. What
he's waiting on you.
He's waiting on you. And literally, we were waiting on each other to just call it.
Each other, yeah. And he was like, I'm waiting on y'all to come together on one accord and see that y'all got the same vision.
It took 6 hours.
Oh, Jesus.
5 locations.
Ooh.
I don't know how many phone calls to come to the decision, to come to the conclusion that we both on the inside wanted to make yesterday.
Yeah. How about that?
You have authority to make executive decisions with God's help. Like, literally, Absolutely. He's looking like, well, and once you make a decision, now he knows how to move. He knows how to move. When did it set you free?
It set me free. It really did, you know, and it's just, we just have to, a lot of times I think, you know, we have this doubt. That's really what it is. You know, you know that God is giving you something. You know God has told you to say yes. You know God has told you to say no. You know God is telling you wait, but you're trying to force it sometimes, and then God is like, no, I don't want you to force this. I want you to make the decision and say yes or no or wait. And then, but a lot of times we just out of our own flesh, out of our own heart's desires. You know, we feel like, oh, no, God, I got this. And God is like, no, you don't. You're making the wrong decision. So we have to follow God's nudges, and when he's nudging us one direction, we can't pull God in the direction that we want him to go in. We have to go in the direction that he wants us to go in.
Yeah, that's real talk.
Yeah.
Unscripted. We just wanted to share with you what happened in the car today. And yo, check it out. If you have unscripted questions or things you want to know from me and Monique, drop a comment below, and we'll talk back. We'll chat back and answer any of your questions, whether it's about today's topic or just anything you want to know about being a dream chaser, an entrepreneur, a creative, or just simply somebody looking for purpose. So drop a comment below, shout us out, and we'll see you on the next Unscripted.
Bye. Peace.